Welcome, welcome one and all from across the globe to the Red November Finals. My name is Counterfeit, joined by D-List today to bring you our top teams from the month of November.
Oh yeah, Counterfeit, and I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of good action today. One team in particular that we need to highlight, Victory of Lords. They are so crazily good coming into this tournament. They have a 77.7% win rate. These guys, they are on fire.
They're not the only ones playing though, even though they do definitely come in as our #1 and favoured seed. We've got Destiny Red, who in the form of Destiny X won our last monthly finals and therefore claimed the giant prize for themselves.
Well, we also do have Forfun from Iraq, Protest Guards from the United States of America, and Oh My God from Honduras. Now, also Elite Stars from Iraq and Great from, if I'm not mistaken, Portugal. So a lot of great teams here today. It is all of the best iOS Red teams, and we are in for a lot of great action.
Our feature match for the first round will be the Protest Guards from the USA against OMG from Honduras. These two teams have clashed about a month ago last time they played directly, and the Protest Gods did win out in that encounter. The Gods themselves, from the Process side of things, have top 3 the last 3 weekly tournaments, losing out to Destiny X on the other side of the bracket. So they'll be hoping to meet them in the finals.
I love that you highlight their appearances in the last 3 tournaments, Counterfeit, because Protest Gods, they're coming in as our 5th seeded team of the day. They might have to meet Victory of Lords in the first semi-final of the day, but they are the clear underdogs. And these guys, they could make one hell of a run considering how well they've been doing in the past.
Alright, our first round of ESL action is here. The Red November Finals opens up. Protest Gods over on the blue, OMG in the red. Best of 3 at this stage to see who will progress on to the semi-finals. The 2 teams that make it through to the finals today will have their share of the $500 prize pool. And the first encounter ends explosively.
Oh, the Protest Gods coming in very heavy from the start. Really looking for those kills. They are hungry, and Protest Gods coming in finding 4 kills. OMG falling a bit far behind.
And Nightbot, who we'll be seeing a little bit later on in the stream, doing a pretty nice job for the Protest Gods. The American squad doing some good close range action. We can see here Riand with that slack in close quarters, and of course a shotgun as well. Very good at controlling those close up spaces.
Rian has found 3 kills so far, Counterfeit. This guy is on fire, and OMG, they need to keep an eye on him. Close him down. They can't allow him to run rampant, or he will just carry his team.
Going to be charging in between several OMG members. A bold play from Rian there with no backup from the rest of the squad. Does allow a chance for OMG to start picking up some kills of their own. Elvis, we're seeing here, saw some of you guys in the chat talking about this player coming in for OMG this particular tournament. So far, yet to find their feet. In fact, I think it's going to be Elvis and Kenneth who are the only ones who picked up a decent amount of kills, but they still got a lot of deaths as well.
And between Canada and Elvis, picking up these kills are so important, but whenever they take a step forward, it just feels like the Protest Gods, they take 3 steps as well. And they just keep miles ahead of OMG. finally, oh my god, they aren't catching up. But the Protest Gods, they are still finding these kills. They are still explosive, and they won't allow oh my god to to catch up with them.
Darren cleaning out the OMG spawn here, providing a one-person spawn trap all to themselves. Does finally get cut down by Canada, but has done enough to keep from OMG from getting out onto the map in general.
Right here, we are following Elvis very low. Has to be very careful, but he's not facing anyone from Protest Gods. Here they come. Elvis lands that one shot onto the pad, and suddenly the rest of his team finds a lot of kills as well to help him and to support him because he was so very low.
Yeah, OMG, the Honduran squad actually managing to get their way little by little back into the game, but here comes Darren once again, looking to try and put the boot home to OMG, trying to lock them down in their spawn, hitting them from multiple angles at once. The Protest Gods are tearing apart OMG.
Elvis is one of the best players on OMG. At least they said so when we asked them before going into this matchup who their best player is. Now, I must say Elvis is very impressive here in this game, but just not good enough to carry his team. And it's looking like Protest Gods, they will win this first map.
It seemed like OMG had some plans, some ploys to get themselves back into this first quarterfinal game, but it's all fallen to pieces. Protest Gods honestly executing extremely well and out with a 17 kill advantage.
And now the next map will be construction side. Also a very close map where you have all these small corridors, and I think Protest Gods, with the way that they have been playing, they might just want to face oh my god on construction side as well because of the way the map is built.
I'll be fascinated to see if Darren keeps up their spawn camping ways. It worked out pretty darn well for them that time round. Now guys, we will of course be having our giveaways across the various different platforms today. So if you want to get in on any of our double giveaways, then please first of all head across to twitch.tv/modern-combat and enter in hashtag RO16. So we'll be looking to give away 2 sets of 300 credits on each of our platforms today. So don't miss out. And we shall be back after the break with more of our monthly finals. Welcome back everyone as we move into our second game of our monthly finals ESL. Competition heats up as OMG and the Protest Gods move to the construction site for their second fateful encounter.
And our Protest Gods, this team that we have painted as the underdogs of this tournament, but the clear favorites in this matchup. They are not doing very well here to begin with, but they won map number 1. So coming in here as, well, I want to say the team with less pressure on their shoulders.
Well, I mean, this opportunity is here for the Protest Gods, the team from the USA, to move forward to the semis. We noted before, awaiting them in that semi-finals is our number 1 seed, Victory of Lords, assuming they make it past our number 8 seed for fun.
Now, Protest Gods are getting back in this game, keeping up very well. OMG, not gonna win this game without a fight from Protest Gods.
Remember before from Darren managed to lock down the OMG spawn. This time round on the construction site, less obvious where you're supposed to go, but Darren still picking up a mess of kills.
Protest Gods, they have placed top 3 in their last 3 tournament appearances, and they are looking to do the same here today. So they won't be put down by, oh my god, but for now, they still need to win 1 more map to go to the semi-final and perhaps have a chance at winning against Victory of Lords, who are already in that semi-final waiting for Protest Gods.
Nightbot hunting through, trying to find the OMG sniper line. Worth noting that OMG actually keeping up pretty well. It was similar in the previous games that OMG were able to more or less keep pace with the Protest Gods for a long time, but towards the end it all fell to pieces. Perhaps OMG can control the pace a little bit better in game 2.
Well, for now, they are keeping up with Protest Gods. Peter, let's have a look at the scoreboard. Who are putting in the work for OMG this time around? Axel, this time around, will step up. Last time it was Elvis and Canada. So, Elvis, the hyped member from OMG, not putting in the work this time around. Not doing so well.
Now, Axel doing amazing stuff. This isn't what you'd normally expect to see on the construction site. I mean, you know, in this particular area where Axel is right now, Heavy can be extremely good, especially because there's only limited ways to get into this area. But as soon as you step outside, as perhaps we had a little taste of there, then the Heavy becomes considerably less effective than some of these long-range sniper rifles that can dominate these wide open spaces.
You're completely right. It is a map of different playstyles. But for now, Protest Gods, they have the most efficient one, with them having 9 kills in the lead. These two teams, they are very hungry for kills, but Protest Gods, simply the better team, outclassing OMG right now by far.
Yeah, Nightbot, another player who's managed to rack up an awful lot of kills, but Axel comes in, and that's just as we were saying. Axel gets back into that central space where the Heavy can be absolutely deadly, picks up a whole bunch more kills. So looking like it's going to be Nightbot versus Axel as far as the 2 points of pressure that both teams are applying.
But you must say overall, when you take a look at the scoreboard, Protest Gods, more members on the side of their team, are doing well. You have 10, 8, 6, 6, and 5 on the side of OMG. You have a guy with only 2 kills, a guy with 4 kills. That's not what you want, and that's not how you keep up with Protest Gods, who have all these strong members that can get those kills and make it work for their team.
It's looking like it's going to be a repeat of game number 1 as OMG start to fall dramatically behind against the team from the USA. Darren doing clean-up duty as they are wont to do. And the perfect player to be able to put the finishing touches to a very well played first quarterfinals.
Protest Gods, 5 more kills. This will be the quarterfinal for Protest Gods. They will win it 2-0. They just need 3 more kills. OMG. Looking like they can't make that comeback. Right here, Protest Gods will move into the semi-final to face Victory of Lords.
That is all she wrote. Sadly, we shall bid adieu to OMG. Yeah, they did have their high moments there. As we said, they did have the. I think they've actually, yes, should have written them down because I think they've left early on. But they did have, they did have the good players there. I think ultimately Axel ended up taking a lot of deaths after an extremely strong start to the game. But no one could really compare to Nightbot. 13-3 is just eye-watering.
You're completely right, Nightbot just stepping in for his team. Not dying and not giving any kills back over to OMG. Just stealing from them and making it so the Protest Gods, they go unscraped into the semi-final.
So guys, we'll remind you about the Twitch giveaway that's going on at the moment. Do remember that it's definitely worth entering in with the hashtag RO16 into the Twitch chat. There are 2 giveaways on every single platform. And of course, while we're waiting for our next ESL game to occur, please do come and join us live on stream using the passkey ESL123. Just setting up a game right now. Oh, actually, hold the phone on that one because I think we may have gotten ourselves a passkey for our semi-finals.
Not yet, Peter. I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye on our stream coordination chat. So for now, just set up that game. I want to see more MC5 action. I can't stop at the quarterfinal.
Well, you see, Dealers, what I've done is I've worked behind the scenes to obtain exclusive access to the semi-final come up between Victory of Lords and Protest Gods. That's right. I've acted outside of the system.
How dare you?
I'm a rebel. A dangerous rebel, you might say.
a rebel?
A webble. So, guys, we're going to have to, unfortunately, hold off on that community game because, as you can see on stream, the Victory of Lords team are getting it ready for that semi-final. First map will be on overtime, awaiting it for the Protest Gods to gather their forts, gather their guns, and meet them on the battlefield. Coming up in just a few minutes' time. For now, though, stay tuned, and we'll be back as soon as the players are ready to go. Welcome back to everybody from all around the planet. Our semi-finals is already here. Protest Gods making it through against OMG. Now up against the French team Victory of Lords. Still best of 3, so only 2 wins to propel one of these teams to the grand finals.
Now, Protest Gods, they have quite a task ahead of them. They're going up against the Victory of Lords. This team are the clear favorites in today's competition. In their last 4 tournaments, they have won 3 of them. They have a win rate of 77% in 27 games. That's 21 games that they have won overall, kind of it. So this team are on fire, they are lit, and they are ready to win another tournament.
Stress team captain leading up, but wow, Nightbot apparently not just good at timing people out in the chat, also good at timing them out with a bullet to the face.
That's true. Oh, Protest Gods are putting up quite a fight against Victory of Lords. Remember, guys, we did say Protest Gods could make a deep run today because they have placed in the top 3 in pretty much every tournament that these guys they have participated in. So they're not strangers to pretty good teams. And for now, they are taking the fight to the Victory of Lords.
We will be ending our Twitch giveaway after this because we are moving through our tournament very quickly. Twitch.tv/ModernCombat, hashtag RO16. We will have 2 winners over there. For now, though, the winner of this game looks very much in doubt as Victory of Lords. They've been pushed back pretty far by the Protest Gods in the early going. Let's find out who's racking up those numbers.
Nightbot with 8 kills, D-Pad with 6, and on the side of Victory of Lords, it's 8 and 8 on Memory and Juno. So for Victory of Lords, they are having 2 guys carrying the load on the side of Protest Gods. They are spreading it out a bit more evenly.
Does give a little bit more reliability, but it's the age-old question. Do you have that star player the rest of the team is supporting, or does the team try and work as a unit to pick up those kills? Certainly having multiple points of failure can lead to more consistent games, but you do end up on missing out on some of those big score leads that can turn an entire game round by themselves.
But Counterfeit, this game, this semi-final is a best of 3, and with the way it's going right now, I'm thinking that we're probably going to go to all 3 games. We're probably going to go to both scramble on conversion right now because these 2 teams, they are so evenly matched. There's like 1 kill in difference between the United States of America and France.
Extraordinary stuff from us, as you said. Protest Gods and Victory of Lords, definitely a lot more top heavy from the Protest Gods side of things. Deepat and Nightbot both shouldering that responsibility respectively, but it's looking like the double carry approach is working out pretty well for the Gods so far. That of course things can change so quickly when the score lines are so close together.
It certainly can, and I'm just keeping my eye on these 2 teams to see if either of them will make an explosive push towards the end. Only 15 kills left for the 2 teams to pick up, and I'm sure that it might go down to the very last kill, but I also know Victory of Lords, and I know that they can make an explosive push and just run away from their opponents.
And the team from USA definitely performing above expectations. As Dealers was saying, Victory of Lords have been an extremely consistent team for quite a long time, but as we noted right back at the beginning of the broadcast, last monthly finals they did not win it out, losing out to Destiny in the end. So perhaps again, when it comes to the big stage, those high stakes encounters, Victory of Lords, perhaps they will stumble once more.
Perhaps they will. For now, they have quite a mouthful to deal with in the Protest Gods. We are even at 38 kills, Counterfeit. I think we're going down to the very last kill, and I'm not sure my heart can deal with just seeing how these 2 teams, they are so close and right now are not even trying to face each other because they're afraid of the outcome.
Operating at extreme range with those sniper rifles and with grenade toss is certainly a lower risk proposition as Deepak continues to hammer out grenade after grenade, takes out Uno with an almost blind shot round the corner. This is real pinning fire you're seeing here with the Protest Gods, but Memory does at least get one back with a grenade of their own. Extremely close as we come towards the last part of this first semi-final game.
You're completely right. We have reached the 40 kill mark. Now 43 to Protest Gods, 42 to Victory of Lords. 2 minutes left to go. But not a lot of kills left to go either. And Victory of Lords, they're afraid of making a mistake. They don't want to go one map down in a best of 3 series.
You're right that both teams are playing this one out very cautiously. Memory can be supported by the entirety of the Victory Lords squad, as I think we'll be seeing a full squad-on-squad clash to end out this first semi-final game. The question now becomes, Victory Lords in red, Protest Gods over in the blue. Which one will make the mistake that will allow the other team to creep ahead and secure the first game?
Protest Gods, they have the pressure on them. They're down 1 kill, and they are the team that needs to make a move. Now, Victory of Lords, obviously they can just hang back with 1 minute left to go, and a kill in their favor.
Yeah, that's all it takes. You know, we're looking at a game that's got over 80 kills in it. To think that for the lack of a single kill is all it takes for Victory of Lords to have the advantage. Protest Gods have to come to them, or they will just lose out by default when that timer up in the top middle of your screen goes to 0.
And here we go, Protest Gods running in, D-pad goes down, Nightbot, can he land those shots? He will get 1, but Stress will find a kill onto Darren. Here we go, more kills coming in from Protest Gods, but it's so close!
May manage to get the melee kill off as D-pad comes charging in numbers advantage to the Protest Gods, which means they can overwhelm. D-pad gets the kill, 18 so far as the airstrike comes in. All comes down to the last few moments.
Victory of Lords, they need 1 more kill, they will get it! It's the play that comes in, we go down to the last kill count of it, 49 to 50. And Victory of Lords, they win it. It was so close for such a long time. But that last push didn't go in the favor of Protest Gods.
And Memory, the one to clean up at the end. Extraordinary performance from then. Of course, D-Pat as well. You look at these numbers here, and you're right. The Victory of Lords squad, they've only got 1 person who's up at that 17 kill mark. Whereas for the Protest Gods, D-Pat and Nightbot both did amazingly. But the rest of the Protest Gods need to pick up. If they picked up just a little bit more, then I think the team from the USA would have given us our first upset of the day.
Ooh, and now, obviously guys, it's a best of 3. And I'm sure that the next match will be as close. It's going to be Scramble, and it's going to be just after a short break.
So we will be drawing our our Twitch giveaway winners. So Hunter and Daslord09 are our Twitch winners. Please do post your dog tag and your platform. We'll be moving on to Facebook for our next giveaway, so get your entries in there while you can. And as Ziegler says, we will be back as soon as we've got our second encounter between the Protest Gods and #1 seed Victory of Lords. Welcome back, one and all. We had an absolute belter of a game one between Victory of Lords and the Protest Gods. Now we get to see them do it all over again on Scramble.
It was amazing to watch the last map counterfeit. The United States of America, Protest Gods, going all the way to this very last kill against Victory of Lords from France. I hope we get just as close a match this time around as well. Now we are on Scramble, so it might be a bit slow paced. We are seeing some heavies coming in from but also a lot of snipers, so that guys can find shots across the map just because Scramble is such an open map.
Open and, well, we'll have to see. We'll keep our eye on the map and see how the players are going. So it looks like we're going to be seeing the face-to-face approach taken. The Protest Gods getting pretty aggressive with the barrage of grenades. And Deepat, we know that if you need a grenade put into the right place at the right time, Deepat is the one to call upon.
That is true. Deepat for now, however, will go down. Victory of Lords calling them ahead just by one kill. Obviously, there's a long way to go, 5 minutes rather, and 45 seconds left to go between Protest Gods and Victory of Lords. It's not over yet. Oh, Deepat finds another grenade kill. You're completely right, Counterfeit. Deepat is our explosive expert here on today's match.
Of course, nobody lives forever. Hey there to Sug over on Twitch, and for everyone watching here today. We are currently in our semi-finals, our second game between Victory of Lords and Protest Gods. One step away from the Victory of Lords team. They're getting it to the finals once again and access that $500 prize pool. The Protest Gods, though, from what we saw in game one, they've got what it takes to bring it to Victory of Lords. Losing out by merely a single point means, as you said, D-List, I hope, and I don't know if I expect, but I certainly hope that we'll see a game 3 between these two teams.
Well, I hope so as well, Counterfeit, just because Protest Gods, they have been looking so good in the matches that we've seen today. Between Oh My God, they did look unstoppable as well. Now, between Victory of Lords, they are looking a bit weaker, and they aren't spreading out the kills as evenly this time around. But I'm sure that Protest Gods, they can throw us to a game number 3.
Protest, let's see, who are they leaning on in this game? It is going to be Deepat with the deadly deliverer of delicious... what's a D word that starts with explosives? Destructive devices? Yeah!
Demolition?
Ooh, even better. Maybe you guys in the chat can come up with some explosive words that begin with D. But Deepat, so far with the, I believe, the highest kill count in the whole game. Yeah, everyone else cowers in the shadow of those grenades flying overhead.
Deepat, he went down to a grenade, Peter. We've been saying that this guy, he knows how to deal with the grenades, but apparently he doesn't know how to deal with grenades when they're thrown at him.
I mean, that's the way you deal with a monster, D-List. You know, ironically, the grenade monster's one weakness is the grenade. The only way you can slay them is with the weapon of the monster itself.
Well, Deepat certainly goes down, and we are still at an even game. It's 21-20. Protest Gods and Victory of Lords, 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. It's certainly not over yet, but Protest Gods, without one kill in the lead, can slow it down just a bit. Or make that 2, make it 3, as they find even more kills. And suddenly Protest Gods, they make an explosive run for the money.
You know what I think happened there, D-List? I think the teams ran out of grenades to throw at each other, so they decided, let's just run directly at each other. Tear, In, and Riand, along with the rest of the Protest Gods team, who've actually pushed themselves up into a pretty comfortable lead.
It sounds very likely that these two teams, they were just tired of playing the cat against the mouse game, finding each other here and there, and then just decided to go make it a tiger versus a lion. Now Protest Gods are ahead just a small bit, but with a few grenades, Victory of Lords, they can find their way back.
Let's take a look around. So Memory Our MVP of the first round has yet to find their feet on Scramble. Victory of Lords, I think, a little shell-shocked as to how Game 2 is going, especially with Darren X and the rest of the squad able to keep the pressure up. Victory of Lords need to pull off something significant if they're going to keep their clean run going.
Here's a quick stat for you, Counterfeit. Victory of Lords in their last 3 tournaments have had a maximum of 2 losses per tournament. So, if they lose right here against Protest Guards, then they suddenly can only afford to lose 1 more time. And I'm not sure they want to see that happen in the semi-final because, well, then they're out of the tournament.
That's true. I mean, if you're going to have a maximum of 2 losses, you want those to be in the grand final, which is, of course, best of 5. So you can lose twice and still win the whole thing, which has been the case with Victory of Lords a couple of times in recent memory that they performed when the pressure has been on. But the question always is, D-List, is how long can a team stay up at the top? Certainly Protest Gods, they're showing that Victory of Lords play isn't perfect. But with 1 minute left to go, Victory of Lords, they could still come back and steal this one and secure their final spot. But Protest Gods look pretty darn good.
It is certainly not over yet. 40 seconds left to go. Protest Guards, they have a 5-kill lead, but Victory of Lords, they can make their way back. 35 seconds left.
Riand will get up into close quarters, keeping those grenades pouring in. Of course, the Protest Guards, if they've got their multiple assaults running, they can just keep throwing down the grenades, keep a lid on the French squad, or risk their fury. Stress comes charging in, the team captain trying to lead the squad to a last-second reprieve, but time is running out.
It certainly is. 12 seconds left to go. Protest Guards, they are at 49. Victory of Lords, they will fall in stress, giving that game over to Protest Guards. Now, we're going to go to a Game 3 Counterfeit between these 2 teams. This was a little less close as Protest Guards. They did make an explosive push towards the end. But it's going to come to the very last map. It's going to be Conversion. And Victory of Lords, they could very well be thrown out of the tournament right here and right now. The big favorites of today's competition.
Get your entries in while you can over on Facebook, because we may very well be drawing that one to a close as well. For now, though, guys, stay tuned. Our decider match between Victory of Lords and the Protest Gods coming up after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Our semi-finals concludes here. The Protest Gods from the USA, they have shown that the gods of the Victory of Lords squad can bleed, taking a convincing Game 2 on Scramble, now one step away from the unthinkable, knocking Victory of Lords out before even the Grand Finals themselves.
I was afraid that Protest Gods, they would have lost their momentum after Game 1, seeing as how they lost with only 1 kill. But in Game 2, they fight back. They say, we're not done yet. Victory of Lords, we're coming for you, and you're not going to get into the into the Grand Final without having to go through us.
Checking with Rian, very powerful with that grenade launcher and shotgun at close range. Just survives, I believe, an airstrike to the back of the face, and linking up the rest of the gods themselves. Will of course have a shotgun for anybody who goes up those stairs anytime soon. Boy, based on this start, it's actually looking like the USA team, who came in as heavy underdogs today, might actually manage to do it. Destiny awaits on the other side of the bracket. Right now, all eyes on this last semi-final game.
Well, we have said it, Peter, that Protest Gods, they are a top 3 team, even though they are seeded as the 5th team today. And right now, Victory of Lords, they are looking like a 5th seeded team because they're just being, well, run around the arena by Protest Gods. They're not standing a chance at all.
You have to know that Team Captain Stress is doing everything that they can in the chat to motivate the squad, to keep them focused, because now more than ever, every single kill is going to matter. Harry picks up 2 with some nice grenade work, but still, Darren and the rest of the team more than happy to trade 1 for 1 all the way up to the end of the match.
We talked to Victory of Lords before going into today's matchup, and they said that their team is unique because they have great teamwork. Right now, Victory of Lords, they're not working together as a team. They're playing to what Protest Gods they want, which is just chaos, fast-paced play. And Protest Gods, by playing as individuals, are winning out against Victory of Lords, who are looking to fall in the semi-final without even half the time being used to take them down.
The Protest Gods are really accelerating matters further. I think you're right, Deedless. Victory Lords being pushed outside of their comfort zone here into the playstyle of the Protest Gods, who might be setting a new style here for us live on screen, as Victory of Lords are falling down. The Halo grenades from Deepap seem to be magnetized to each of the French team members, hitting some ludicrously long range shots, and is riding high on top of the scoreboard right now.
I can't believe that we're about to see Victory of Lords, the winners of the last 3 weekly tournaments, fall in the semi-final against Protest Gods. But that is the reality, Counterfeit. Protest Gods, they're winning against Victory of Lords.
The unthinkable must now be thought. Victory of Lords, the heirs apparent to the throne. The story has changed. We wondered if Victory Lords could reclaim their crown, and now it looks like they may not even have the opportunity to contest for it, as Rihanna continues to push through the kills. Last chance, last kill, and the moment has come. Victory of Lords knocked out the Protest Gods, now through to the finals.
What a run by the Protest Gods. We said that they could go all the way, that they could make a deep run, and they're showing that right here by taking down the first seeded team, the clear favorites of this tournament.
Deepak definitely gonna be my #1 player from that series. Those grenades were absolutely horrifying to behold, and we have to know whatever does come up next. Whoever is the opponents of the Protest Gods, they'll have to stay light on their feet to avoid getting blown out of this world.
You're completely right, Counterfeit. Deepan has been the standout player for Protest Gods, finding 16 kills in this game, 11 deaths as well, but with the 16 kills that he's found, he's completely made sure that those deaths weren't in vain.
Alright guys, so we're going to keep our Facebook giveaway going for the time being, but we will be ending that soon. So hashtag Quarter on facebook.com/monocombat. Find the current video and enter in on there. For now though, guys, let's see. Hopefully we'll have enough time to actually get to a community game before our next ESL match happens, but we'll have to keep our eyes out for new ESL matches dropping into our inboxes.
Well, that is completely right, Confit, or else maybe we could go for a Battle Royale. However, time will tell. We're gonna have to wait and see what you pull out of the hat.
Well, as is traditional, I feel like we can't let a first community game be anything but a Battle Royale, as has been decreed and handed down from our forebearers?
Pardon?
Yeah. So guys?
Sure, Peter.
I appreciate that. Right. Let's see, so let's head straight into the cross, because of course this is all on iOS. So please, everybody, ESL 123, or the global chat invite will get you into this game, which we'll be playing during the break itself. So please do come and join us. Show that perhaps you too could be one of these players coming up in the months to come. And while we're waiting, of course, do this, it's worth noting that we'll be having monthly finals twice a weekend for 4 of the next 5 upcoming weekends themselves. So if players want to know when there's going to be even more Modern Combat 5 action, they should head across to the ESL Modern Combat site, and they can find all of it in their local time zone.
And obviously, guys, we would love for you all to come and watch our streams when we are commentating on those tournaments. The MC5 players, it's a very active community, and the more love you show, the more that you show that you're willing to watch these broadcasts, the more we can continue to do it.
For sure. It's been a great honor to be able to broadcast for you guys. Hey, FBI Army Man. Welcome to the stream. Of course, if any of you guys would like to join in the viewing party over on the ESL Discord, please do head across there. There's an ESL viewing party channel. I'll just drop the Discord details into the chat. Let's see. I believe our other semi-finals will be taking place off stream. So we'll get these guys going. And then we'll... either way around it, we'll come back in at 7 minutes or less time with either another game or with, hopefully, some official ESL action. See you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, so we've got a little bit of time before we get into our next game. So, with that in mind, let's run through a battle royale before our next ESL encounter. So if you'd like to come and join me, there's no passkey for this one, just come and queue up for the battle royale right here and now. Big Gorilla, you're a fan of the J-Bosk as well as Army Man. It is cool, and I love that it's got a natural green indicator on kills as well. That is pretty neat. How's my battery looking? I think it's probably okay. Yeah, that's right. So that means it's time for me to take this proper seriously. We will of course be back with our ESL encounter very shortly. I believe we might well be going straight on to the finals. So get your last entries in over on the Facebook page, and then we'll be getting things started as soon as we get an update from our admins. Let's jump into... let's go for the fort.
Hey Peter, how far do you think you can get in this one?
Well, I got past the first room.
Impressive stuff, Peter. I am proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. I got a speed boost now so I can run away from my enemies. I'm amazed I haven't actually come across anyone else here as of yet.
Well, maybe everyone is doing you a favor. They want you to go far today, so they're not trying to kill you.
Well, let's try and oblige them. Well, I'd say not oblige them, but ruin that whole thing by going after them ourselves.
Do you want to be a murderer, Peter?
Yes.
Why is that?
Unresolved shortage issues? Maybe. But I successfully did done it. I did done better than Demses. King of the world, Mark. King of the world. Right, who's going to be our next victim? Actually, let's try and see if we've got any... Oh man, we don't really have any practical attachments for these things. Let's see if we can find some armor that's not already all beat up. Ooh, excellent. Let's change across to Bosk. Generally, I believe a superior weapon. Can we find someone else to shoot in the face? Hmm?
You know, I love the Bosk with the ACOG. Because it shoots so fast and it's pretty accurate. And then when you have the ACOG, you can shoot someone from quite a distance.
Well, we've got a few attachments.
You can attach a scope.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, but you can also shoot that guy. Nice. You're a bounty hunter. Interesting.
I am the best around.
Well, I highly doubt that, but sure. Peter, you have a scope.
Yeah, is that a good scope though? I feel like it's.
Oh, that's a sniper scope.
Yeah, I don't really want a sniper scope. That's gonna make it harder to aim, if anything.
Yeah.
I mean, iron sights are generally pretty trash. Oh, there we go. Exactly what we're looking for.
The ACOG is amazing, I think. Well, you can also go for the red dot. ACOGs and red dots are generally what you want, I think.
Yeah.
At least ACOGs help you shoot people from further away.
Yes, I know that we are generally looking at being able to kill people with this particular bosk from longer ranges than you probably would expect to be realistic. Oh, someone else is firing over here, so let's go and pay them a visit from the Murder Fairy. Also, I believe if any of you guys have switches, the Modern Combat Blackout, which is it's like a custom version of. Oh, hello! Wow, really?
Well, how about you aim down your sights, Peter? Aim down your sights! Aim down your sights!
Oh man, if I'd aimed down my sights, that would have been fine.
Yeah! That's what I've been telling you all the time.
Well, shucks. That's what I get for operating like a wild person outside the rules. Aim down your sights, guys. It's the only way to flourish. But yes, the Modern Combat Blackout is out on Switch at the moment. There's no definitive answer as to whether or not there'll be a competitive scene on the Switch itself, because it is considered to be a separate game from Modern Combat 5 normal. I think it's been rebuilt kind of from the ground up for Switch. So yeah, but hopefully we'll get to see, if not playing in ESL action, that some of you guys will be Switch players dropping by to see how the game could be played competitively.
That is true, and the bigger a community, the better. I like having a lot of friends, Peter.
Who doesn't? Well, those...
maybe Willy Wonka?
Wasn't what I was expecting, but alright, let's go with that. Well, come and play with us on stream, guys, and see if you are... oh man, I shouldn't have gotten into this area because I don't know very much about Willy Wonka stuff I can remember. Don't get dropped in a river of chocolate. Seriously, Deedless, you know, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, that place is not up to code. Where are the safety barriers, huh?
Well, he's an eccentric. I don't believe there's any... Well, do you really think there's any law in his world?
Apparently not.
Man, the grand prize is going to live at a factory.
I know, it doesn't sound as good when you put it that way. I mean, there's I can't remember.
Hey, child, you just won my contest. Now you can live on your own forever at my factory.
It's definitely a yeah, it's a bit worrying, isn't it? Where it's like it feels like it's a sort of a tax evasion kind of thing. Where it's like, yeah, kid, you're gonna have your name on the deed of this factory while I go off and do something else unspecified. Mr. Wonka, I think.
Touche. Tier 3 armor. Nice, Peter. Nice going.
Now all I need are the tears of my enemies.
And your Unga Bunkas?
Oompa Loompas?
That is probably what they're called.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a bit of a made up name anyway.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I
Are you telling me that Oompa Loompas aren't real? That Oompa Loompas didn't come from... where did they come from?
I believe Willy Wonka forcibly relocated their entire people.
They can't... Are you telling me that Loompa Land doesn't exist?
Well, I mean... Let's not go down that road, because the end is a little weird. I definitely recommend not reading up on that.
Yeah. Well, let's just go back to the Modern Combat. Oh, Peter! There's someone! Kill him! Knife him! Shoot him in the back! Show him what you're made of. He's there. He's there. Chase him down. Woo! Go for it. Knife him. Knife him. You're a butcher.
I am a butcher of men. Well, they've got lots of stuff. They must have run past us like multiple times during that whole exchange.
Maybe.
Did you know? A mutual friend of ours would say that they're very good at video games. Hey, it's Suzo Hirose-san. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
I don't... Almighty Popal, I'm not sure where you put the membership for online. If someone could put exclamation mark support into the YouTube chat, the game loss support should be able to tell you that kind of stuff, because I'm afraid I don't know. I don't think I don't think either of us have actually got Switches. I'd love to have a Switch, I don't have one currently, but I'm hoping to get one at some point.
Yeah, I want to get a Switch as well at some point. Oh, someone's shooting you. I'd love to get a Switch as well, but there's always other things that you want to get, like an arm killer. Nobody could have dodged that. I think somebody could have dodged that.
Ahmad, Papal, will there be crossplay? I don't know, I'm afraid. You'd think probably between iOS and Android and Switch. I suspect once there's been an iOS Android combination, maybe. But I'm not 100% certain. Alright, so just while we're doing this, we're going to draw our Facebook winners as well. Let's see. So we'll be moving on to Mob Crush for our third giveaway after this. Our Facebook winners: Joseph Kaufman and, I'm going to definitely mispronounce this, Belguti Under Orgil is our Facebook winners. Please post your dog tags and platforms. So congratulations, guys. Mob Crush giveaway will be next. We'll run another battle royale in the meantime, and then we'll switch across to doing a more traditional game for you guys while we wait for our finals to begin. So, Deanless, what have we learnt so far from our pre-existing games?
From the ones today, or from all the battle royale games that you have ever played?
Let's go with today, and if necessary, expand it out to all games forever played by anybody.
Okay, well, aim down your sights, and then if we expand, then Peter still don't know how to aim down his sights.
Well, I mean, I feel like I've gotten the aim down sights. I think I'm most of the time doing that. I feel like I need to also now be aiming down sights and aiming for headshots more. Because I feel like in both the last games I lost because I wasn't headshotting the other person, whereas if I had been, I think I would have almost certainly survived. Because most of the time I was firing first, but I just wasn't hitting them in the head, and as soon as they hit me like once in the head, I'm pretty much toast.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going to spawn?
Let's go for North Village.
All right. We're gonna set ourselves up with a nice old farm in the North Village. Ah! Shh.
First kill. Whoa, impressive.
Yes, I am. Well, I think there were like 4 people in North Village, and now there's 3. And soon there'll be 2. I'm pretty sure that's somebody from the stream.
Are they ghosting you?
Well, they're ghosts now. Ooh.
That was such a cheap pun. Or joke, or whatever.
I don't know if it qualifies as any of those things, honestly. I would call it a shame, because it was a shameful joke.
Touche, brother. Touche.
Too shame. Well, we've got ourselves a decent amount of health packs to get started with at least. We've killed most of the people I think in this current era. I think there's like one more person left here, and soon after that, the world. Ooh, excellent. Let's throw on a red dot. Cool. I don't know if we'll find a better SMG at some point. I feel bad about attaching all of that stuff. But for now, I guess it'll do. Oh, in fact, there we go. Immediately.
Oh well. It was only recently that I figured out that when you attached stuff to your weapons, then you lose it forever.
Yes.
You then change weapons.
Yes, I presume that's a specific design decision. It's not necessarily the case in all Battle Royale games. In fact, I suppose actually no, it's not actually a general rule in Battle Royale games, because you normally just, you just have to...
You're able to, unattach your equipment.
Yes. Well, I'll have to bring that up, because that's not... Yeah. I mean, I can understand it
well,
as...
I think it's a fine thing. Like, it's okay, because there's so much equipment everywhere. Like, I was just confused a lot of times that I was sure that I had picked up, like, the ACOGs, and then I just couldn't find them anymore.
Yes. I think it can be a little tough to keep track of what you've actually got and everything. Oh, hello. We found ourselves our next victim, who is apparently in a bit of a gunfight already. There we go, headshots.
Wow. Nice, Peter. Good job. I'm actually proud of you.
Aww. I still feel like, as my esports dad, you should be proud of me no matter how I do, because I tried hardest.
Excuse me, your esports daddy? You're older than me, son.
Oh, I was meat shotting him again. So, again, not going for the headshots, and that will... I mean, when I'm going up against a shotgun...
It's alright, Daddy isn't mad, Daddy is just disappointed.
Ah, okay, let's drop this daddy thing, it's creeping me out already.
Well, you started it.
Okay, well, with that all sorted out and out of the way, let's make sure everything's in place. So, Mob Crush giveaway is our current one. Let me make sure I've got that all out to everybody. And head across to Mob Crush for that giveaway. Do remember, guys, we've got 2 giveaways going on each one. And let's get you guys into a game. Now, dealers, what kind of game shall we deliver unto our dear viewers?
I don't think I've seen a capture the flag in ages.
Oh boy, I don't think I have either. Alright, let's set it up. What map do you feel like would be a good capture the flag map?
Which maps can you play capture the flag on?
You can play them on all of them. I think it varies as to how well they work as capture the flag maps, because they're not changed anyway.
Well, Canal is probably a good one, I can imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
Canals, yeah.
I think Canals is generally a good, like, weird mode map because it's so big. So you actually get, like, different approaches and things like that. So, as always, ESL rules. It's not a fast spawn, otherwise you never get anywhere with a capture flag. Let's see.
So join up, guys. Let's go for capture the flag. Let's see who can go all the way. Now, guys, it is ESL 1, 2, 3. You can see it on your screen. The community game platform is iOS. but we would love to have you for a capture the flag match.
Big Gorilla, one of our moderators, and in our viewing party right now. If any of you guys want to head across for the viewing party over on our ESL Discord, please do so. And you can join in with all of our gentle friends in being numero uno. Top bananas, which Big Gorilla will devour? I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. So we're going to need probably at least 2 people in each team before we start this off, because of Capture Flag being, of course, a very, very team-oriented game.
Yeah. Well, we're just hoping that you guys will join up so we can get a capture the flag on the way. Obviously, guys, we want to see you guys play on stream, so come on, come all, come ladies, come gentlemen, please. Oh, well, I imagine that saying please is probably a nice way to go around it.
Oh, so you suddenly remembered what the word please means, huh? Huh?
It means do it?
Do it. Actually, my nieces and nephews have also realised that what the societal expectations are upon saying please and thank you is just what you have to say to get someone not to yell at you.
I want ice cream, uncle. Please. Is that how it goes?
I mean, it's, you know, kids, man, kids. Just like they say sorry. You're like, oh my gosh, they're teenagers already. Alright, let's see if we can even out these teams a little bit. See if we can get the sulky teens even between the 2 squads. And then we'll get this one started and catch you guys on the other side of the break. Who will be brave and join Team Blue? Will it be you? Or will we just have to sit there until someone else joins? Probably. Alright, we'll keep spamming out those invites. Keep joining in with the ESL123 passkey on the iOS platform. And we'll see if we can find a game. We'll go 3v3. Let's get it started. And we'll see you guys on the flippity flop. Welcome back, everybody. We are entering now our grand finals, and perhaps with not the teams we're expecting, as Victory of Lords are the ones to advance due to an admin decision to the grand finals instead of our Protest Gods.
But Victory of Lords, they now get that chance at continuing their run for fame. As we've highlighted many times, these guys, they have won so many tournaments, and now they are en route to winning this monthly final.
Great V, our team from Portugal, come in as another upstart, seeking the throne of the Lords so far. As I said, managing to hold on to get this chance in this best of 5. We'll see if we can see some more of that brilliance that has allowed Victory of Lords to stay on top so long, or if Great V will be another fly in the ointment of an otherwise untouchable French squad.
In order for Great V to win against Victory of Lords, it is necessary that they play a chaotic style like Protest Gods, that they draw the attention away from Victory of Lords so that they can't work together as a team. Because that's where Victory of Lords, they shine. When they're able to just work together, protect each other's backs, then they win.
First couple of minutes down, Victory of Lords already looking fantastic thanks to Memory's performance. Does finally get taken down, but not before doing a lot of damage. Angel for the side of Great V up at the top of the scoreboard using the heavy. So the Portuguese squad trying to narrow down this game on the streets just to the central part of the map. As you can see, Angel, when it comes to long-range firefights, not so good, but up close and personal can be devastating.
But Great V aren't able to put up such a fight as Protest Gods did in their semi-final against Victory of Lords. Right now, Victory of Lords, they are dominating here on the streets. Obviously, it is a best of 5, so Great V, they have a lot of chances to make a run for their money. But right now, Victory of Lords, they are ahead by nearly 10 kills. So they are looking so extremely well here in game number 1.
Well, indeed. Memory, though, did pick up a few kills from last time we checked in with them. Still doing extremely well. Avatar, the hope of the Great V squad, keeping things going. You know, just you can see them popping through in that kill feed on the left-hand side of the screen every now and again. Have got a pretty good kill-death ratio. Will run into their opposite number though. Memory, as Victory of Lords look to take flight in this first grand finals game, now ahead by 10. Only 3 minutes in and Victory of Lords are already nearly done with this first game.
They don't need to run the clock down, Victory of Lords. They just want to win now. Before we started today's competition, they had a 77.7 win rate, counterfeit. So these guys, they knew how to win games. They were so dominant. And they're looking to continue that run here in the grand final. They probably don't even want to drop a game, because right now, Great V, they're not looking like they stand a chance, and they need to step up their game and improve rapidly if they want a shot at just, well, winning one game in this best of 5 series.
So very well performed from Victory of Lords, though, you know, not perhaps as close for Great V as they would have liked, not reaching the same heights that the Protest Gods did in the previous rounds, but we shall see if perhaps Great V have got something in store for us, as we'll be moving on to having simultaneous giveaways on both Mob Crush and on our YouTube channel. So hashtag funnels onto YouTube if you want to enter in as well. While this is going on, we'll also be having our Mob Crush giveaway as well. So mobcrush.com/modern combat hashtag semi and hashtag funnels into the YouTube comments. Find the live video, throw them in there. Do bear in mind, guys, multiple entries will get you disqualified. This giveaway will be running until the end of our finals, so stay tuned and we'll be back soon with our next ESL finals game. Welcome back, guys. Our grand finals continues now on the construction site, as we'll have to see.
Ooh, right, Peter, I think you have the wrong team. It was Victory of Lords that won game number 1. There we go. Guys, now obviously it is all cool. Victory of Lords, they won game 1, so they're looking to continue their winning streak here on game number 2 because, man, these guys, they are on fire. They have won so many weekly tournaments in a row.
Victory Lords certainly looked pretty darn good in their last game. If anything, I'm thinking that the game against the Protest Gods might be their closest, unless Great V, the Portuguese squad, staying over in the blue, can do something to show us differently. Avatar, their big player for the Portuguese team in the last time around. Gotta find some way through this time. Victory Lords, they're a little bit ahead, but nothing too major as of yet.
Yeah, you're right, but definitely Avatar does have to step up his game just a tiny bit. Right now, having died 4 times and found 3 kills. It's a good score, but it's not enough if you want to win against the Victory of Lords. As a team, they collectively need to be better on the side of Grade 3, or they could potentially fall down 2 games in a best of 5 series.
A very tough position for any team to be in, especially a team that's fighting it from behind. Let's find out. Let's see. So Uno, as we're watching right at the moment, the cat face one from the Victory of Lords squad. Oh man, just look at that kill feed. Grenades, kills just flying in as Great V are almost getting entirely wiped off the map. I think they're respawning next to each other just because they've got nowhere else to respawn. Will come charging in.
Well, Victory of Lords are certainly
I think Victory Lords almost got wiped out there.
And they might have, but they still have an incredible kill lead, around 10 kills. Great V are fighting a bit back, but Victory Lords are controlling the map so far.
4.5 minutes left to play. Angel tracking down Victory Lords members, trying to make the comeback here as Uno snap fires around with that imp, only dying twice so far this game, but still showing no fear whatsoever. Maybe should be showing a little bit more, as Angel is able to walk up and execute, but the Victory Lords again. We're barely into this second grand finals game, and the Lords are close to finishing.
Angel is not doing too bad for the side of Great V, finding 10 kills and 6 deaths. As long as you have a positive KDA, it's alright. But the rest of the members on the side of Great V simply aren't carrying the same amount of load as Angel and as Avatar in this game. And Victory of Lords, they are sharing the load, they are all finding kills, they are all dominating, all controlling the map. And it has led them to a victory here in map number 2 against Great V, who are now down 2 games in a best of 5 series. We're going to go to Vantage, but Great V, they have their backs against the wall. They are very desperate now. This Portuguese team, I'm sure it doesn't want to end their run here in today's tournament in a 0-3 fashion.
Beating out Destiny Red in the semi-finals, it's honestly, it's an amazing journey for them to have gotten to this point. As we've mentioned before, both these teams are guaranteed their share of the $500 prize pool. It's looking like Victory of Lords will be able to avenge their loss last monthly finals, and as well as securing themselves a lion's share of that moolah. Giveaways still on Mob Crush and on YouTube. mobcrush.com/modern-combat, #semi, YouTube, #finals. Both those giveaways will end shortly, so get your entries in while you can. And we shall find out after the break if we will see a clean sweep from Victory of Lords. Welcome back everyone from around the globe. Our grand finals game number 3 is here. Victory of Lords already cementing their first 2 wins very convincingly. But can they do it a third time? The Portuguese squad are surprised to have made it this far, but they're now up against the very best.
It's the first seeded team against the 6th seeded teams of Grade V. They are in where they might not be able... they are in deep water and they might not be able to stand. But for now, trying their best to just keep up with Victory of Lords. But Victory of Lords, they have ran away with the game so many times in the past. 2 times they won with a big kill lead.
Between game 1 and game 2, Victory Lords just became more and more dominant. Checking with some of those big players. Memory, again performing extremely well with that imp painted red for the ability to go faster, of course. On the other side, Angel and Avatar, the double A's of Great V. Unfortunately not spending a lot of the time on the field because they're just getting killed so darn quickly.
And that hurts a team like Great V when your top fraggers, your best players are down all the time and like Angel have a negative KDA of 1 kill 4 deaths. Then that hurts your overall performance on your team. And it means that you can't fight as easily against your opponents. So right now, Great V, they are falling further and further behind simply because they can't allow for their best players to actually, well, play the game.
Let's see if there's any light coming. If it's going to be coming, it's going to be coming from Danchi, 6 and 5 so far. We'll be able to take some early aggressions. And actually the Portuguese squad come out of that last trade pretty heavily. But the clean-up job from May, very effective to keep the French squad from having that gap narrowed any further.
Harry finds kill onto Angel, and now the recon aircraft is coming in from Victory of Lords. 30 to 23, Great V trying their best to fight their way back, but with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go, Great V, they have a long way to go if they have to catch up to this 10 kill lead that Victory of Lords currently are rocking.
Again, Victory of Lords looking to get the job done in record time. Way over the halfway mark, closing in on the 40 kills already before even 3 minutes are done. You could make these games have a 5-minute time limit and the Victory of Lords squad would still consistently be done. I think perhaps smarting a little after their games against the Protest Gods, we're seeing a Victory of Lords squad who wants to show the world why they're number 1.
Oh, Victory of Lords, they have won so many tournaments in a row. They're on route to winning their first monthly final in a long time. They have won 3 weekly tournaments in a row, and now they are ready to win this monthly final without dropping a single game.
Avatar gonna go charging up. I think any hopes of a last second reprieve for Great V will be so in vain. Some incredible performances, but Harry taking the biscuit as the number 1 Lord amongst Victory of Lords. The French team have reclaimed their crowns and they can finally call themselves monthly champions once again.
And what a performance from the Victory of Lords. Look at those scores. 15, 10, and 10. That's a whole different story that the scores from Victory of Lords, they tell compared to Great V with a 10, 9, and 8. And then also having those 11, 12, and 11 deaths. Victory of Lords, they nearly didn't die. They got a lot of kills. And they just dominated their performance. They swept them off the floor and they won 3-0.
Very nicely done. So congratulations to Victory of Lords on that performance. So we are now going to be rolling our YouTube giveaway. So guys, we'll have a little bit of time between the first and the second giveaway winner. So please do keep your hashtag finals coming in. But our first winner will be No Name Modern. No Name Modern. Please do drop in your dog tag and your platform. And we will set ourselves up with a battle royale game just to kill a little bit of time until they come back, and maybe we'll throw in another community game before we're finally done. There's a bit of discussion in the chat at the moment about the presumed, well, there's already been enough in the latest hotfix to the Marauder, and with the assumption that there may well be more nerfs forthcoming. So yes, I'd say if any of you guys haven't bought the Marauder yet, I'd maybe hold off and see where it lands in a post-nerf landscape. So, to the game itself. Oh, no name modern, you are there. Excellent. Dog tag and platform, please, and we'll be drawing again soon. So, Dealers, from what we saw from Victory of Lords, I'm trying to think of what we can, you know, bring from that tactics-wise into the upcoming Battle Royale.
Kill a lot of people, win games.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not quite sure what else to say. Because the Victory of Lords, they are in a battle royale team, but damn, are they looking good? And they just like controlled the map. They just spaced themselves out so well that they controlled a lot of the map, which meant that their opponents simply couldn't get near them. There was no way that they could fight against the Victory of Lords.
Alright, well, let's see if we can recruit. Well, I suppose, yeah, we don't have the ability to duo or squad on this map, so we'll have to rely exclusively on ourselves. Where should we spawn?
Well, where you're not gonna die immediately.
Well, I can't guarantee from here, because this is a place you don't see people going tremendously often. It's actually quite dangerous because there's a lot of different places you can get shot from. Alright, we'll take a compact or a pistol, I suppose. I don't know, I tend to find that, like, I'm not sure if it's just because it's a harder place to find, but whenever I come across people here, they tend to be pretty dangerous in this particular area, which is the unnamed temple complex. Oh, hello. Hey!
Nice. Wait, how? Oh, there we go. How is he out there?
I killed him in midair.
Nice, interesting. Interesting.
Very interesting. Alright, so we've got an assault rifle. Well, I think it's sort of an assault rifle. And a decent amount of attachments, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. What do you reckon? I kind of feel like this is somewhere between an SMG and an assault rifle. It's a little short to be a full one. Nah, all decked out for the nines. So, Dealers, do you think we should go for that beacon or go for a more conservative option?
Yeah, I think you should. Though, I would say that things that I've learned from going for the beacon is that you should never take the rifles that they give you, only if it's snipers. Because I don't think the rifle, or rifles, I guess, I don't think they're very good.
What's the PR39 you tend to get from this one?
Yeah, I don't like that one because I think its rate of fire is too slow and it doesn't really have any damage, or at least it feels like that.
Let's see if anyone else is enticed.
Okay, well, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. But you want it. You want it, Peter. Go for it. Go grab it, my son.
Oh boy, I wish there were smoke grenades in this game. Yeah, well that was. Well, let's try the PR. I mean, we've got another gun if need be. I think we may have burnt through all of our attachments though. So we need to get our hoof on and... Oh, hello. think we're following someone who's doing exactly the same thing we're doing. Yep. There they are. Health boost, speed boost. Oh wait, I don't need to. I'm going to try and use the terrain to cover us as we're approaching this.
Aim down your sides.
Yeah, that was very bad of me.
Brother Peter. Brother Peter. You should always aim down your sights. Or Brother Jesper will come after you.
Oh no. The terrifying prospect.
Indeed. I'm sure you don't want me to kick your butt, do you?
I would prefer my butt unkicked if at all possible.
Well, aim down your sights then.
So something to bear in mind with the PR is as well, because you tend to get it a little later on, and because you don't tend to get ammo from other people, like in terms of they won't drop just unless they've got a PR, which is very unlikely. They're not going to drop ammo, so I need to find an actual ammo box to be able to get any more ammo for this one. That's been my main problem with it, is that it just runs out. Oh, there we go. Never mind, not a problem anymore. Bill Nye is unstoppable. I knew it. I knew the science guy was always hiding some kind of murderous tendencies. So do you think, should we stay inside the fort or venture out into the wilds?
Well, there's 8 people alive. There's no rush. I would probably just look for better equipment. Find an ACOG.
What have I got going on for this? Yeah, not a lot. I'm gonna be a little. I don't think there's anything worth having here, is there? No. Oh yeah, I need to get some more attachments for me old Bosky boy. So no name on YouTube. Thank you for your details. So Cyber MC5 will be our other YouTube winner, and once Cyber MC5 has responded, then we'll be done. Thank you guys for dropping by. Let's see if we can find ourselves a turkey sandwich.
A turkey sandwich?
Yeah.
Was ist das?
It's a sandwich what is made out of turkeys, isn't it?
It is. Interesting.
So let's see. Almost about half to 2/3. What should be our general strategy here with 5 people alive?
Keep on the outskirts of the circle and just see if you can find anyone who's out of position and shoot them down.
Oh. So I know there's definitely someone inside there. So if World War II tactics taught me anything, which I remember reading a book on once, if you're approaching someone in a building, you want to try and approach them from the angle where they don't have windows, and that way they may not see you coming.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of approaching a fight. I would probably go for the boss since you're so close to them. Aim down your sights, aim down your sights, aim down your sights. Hit your bullets.
We're going to try and cut them off by going around the house. I don't think it'd be obliging enough to come back to that window again. Hey! That's like the first time I've killed someone with a grenade for absolutely ages.
I am proud of you. Imagine being so good as you, Peter.
It's hard to imagine, honestly.
It's not every day that you see someone as good as you. It's quite a rare sight.
Well, that should give us enough time to upgrade our little mans a bit. Wow, they didn't actually have that. Oh, what?
Hey, you finished.
Apparently we won.
I guess the person was outside the zone.
It must have been. That's a surprising way to end that. Alright, well, it looks like Cyber MC5 isn't going to respond over on YouTube, and it seems like no one else has actually entered in with the hashtag finals, so I guess that's going to be it for us today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and spending a little bit of quality time with ourselves. Of course, our Android tournament was going on in the background while this has all been happening. We will be back at midnight tonight UK time. That's in 5.5 hours for the iOS Blue February Cup number 3 dealers, I believe. Will you be joining me for that one as well?
So which one?
The one coming up later on this evening.
Oh yes, of course.
And
as usual, Mr. Hodnell.
Tomorrow as well, we'll have the Red Cup and the Blue Finals, just to confuse things as much as possible. So guys, thank you all for hanging around, and we'll hopefully see you, if not later on this evening, then perhaps tomorrow. Deedless, do you want to throw your Twitter into the chat, just because I think saying that your Twitter is DeedlessCast is still going to be hard for people to remember to write down.
Well, consider it done, Mr. Hodnell.
And if any of you guys haven't already on Twitch, Facebook, Mobcrush, or YouTube, please do follow, subscribe, like, all that good stuff on Modern Combat, which you can find pretty much Modern Combat on every platform just under that one. For any news of any upcoming updates or upcoming tournaments, of course, if you're looking for myself, you can find me at CounterfeitCast on all of the platforms, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that nice stuff. For now though guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.